Guru Narayana Ashisha Varshana Karata Badine Durbalo Santane More tumi bine ke ache bhuvane Nashite agyane yoga gyandane Guru Narayana Papir ko mantra जैनो नहीं जानिए ए भिका प्रभु मागिए श्रीपदे ठेके मोढेरिए रे को निरापदे संपदे विपदे जीवने मरणे गुरु नारायण आशीष वर्षन करता बाधिने दुर्बलो संतने हे नित्या निर्विकार निर्गुणाक्षय अशब्दार स्पर्शम अरूप अव्ययम कोरी देहाश्रय जन्मो मृत्यु कोय कोरी ते न चतु तत्व ज्ञान दने गुरु नारायण बाबा रध्यादन औरंगा चरण मोहि मग्न हुई चीनी नहीं कोकन कोड़ी नेबादन जनो मधिर मन सरसर विक्षण रहियो चरणे गुरु नारायण तुम्हारी आदेश सरशीरे धारी सदन पतिते बिचनो कोरी दीते जानो परी बाबा नदी परी डूबिदा नहीं जैनो ए मोहो जीवने गुरु नारायण कतो जन्मा व्यापिए कारिये कारिये सकले मिले चरणे आशिए तुम्हारी रिये जीराय बोहिए पुष्पांजलि दिए औरंगा चरणे गुरु नारायण Wow, this is a bhajan that talks about the greatness of Guru, that Guru, you're Narayan, you're God, you're Vishnu, you're Brahma, you're Shiva, you're everything, all encompassing. Well, devotees, welcome again to Mandir on this nice day. I say nice, the sun hasn't come up because we're going through a couple of days of fog, and fog blocks the sun. This is the illusion that we think the sun is not coming up, but this is how the illusion works. Well, I like to just rehash a little this morning, as usual practice. This is the sadhu's life, that you get up at 3:30, and I learned that since joining the ashram and going to Kolkata, and being with the great sadhus. We'll be there at 3 in the morning, and we'll be doing meditation for a half hour, and then singing Guru bhajans until 4, and then 4:30 we'll be doing arti and total devotion, shraddha, and then we'll do some meditation, go for a walk. I will do it. And I try to do the same thing here because it works. I love it. And when I go back now, I'll take a bath, and before that, I'll stop at Sri Chinmoy, where his body is lying in the ground, in a very beautiful place. He's a Bengali monk who passed away in 1211. I know him very well. He's got disciples all over the world. So I'll stop there and sit in front where his body is lying in the ground, and know that this is the end of life. Contemplation of that is it brings you into the state of discrimination and dispassion. Then I go back, take a bath, and do the arti and adorations to Swami Parameshananda, do the Abhishek Paduka, and then do arti, where I'll bring in the 5 elements. As I ring the bell, after I do the Abhishek, and to put nice chandan on the feet of the Guruji, and perfume and flowers. Then I'll take the agabati. Why? because I'm going to bring in the 5 elements. And these 5 elements, they'll be corresponding to my 5 senses, which makes up my mind. So the 5 elements is feeding the sense organs, and they go into the brain, and they become my mind. So when I do the agarbatti, its significance is the earth. So here we have earth, and earth is give us the sense of smell, and I will that, and then I'll do the panchadip, the light, and then the light is sight, and it's coming from the sun and goes into the brain, and this is the vision. And then I'll do the conch, which has the water. Water is for taste, and it goes into and that's in the mouth, the saliva, and it goes in for my mind. And then ear. Ear is for touch. When I do the fanning the Guruji as royalty, adoration to that Guruji, and that will go into my sense of the touch of the skin and go into my mind. And then space, that's also in the shell, the conch, and that is coming, and that will be going through my ear as sound, because space is in the air, that's why we hear. And the 5 senses, I'll be surrendering, act of surrendering to Guruji. So this is how I get rid of my body, because the body is made up of 5 elements, and I'll get rid of my body, my mind. And while I'm doing the arti, I'll be thinking of the greatness of Swami Parameshananda ji, and I have all the murtis on the altar, Krishna Bhagwan, Mother Durga, I have the Buddha, and also there's a small photo of the Christ there, because I grew up in Christianity school in the Caribbean, so the love for the Christ is there for that reason, because I was exposed to the Christ. And this is how I will surrender myself. Devotees, this is so powerful, that the arti that we do. But anyway, this is my daily practice, and I hope you will incorporate some of that. And in that, I'm also doing the Mahapancha Yajna, because I'll be doing worship to the devas, worship to the rishis, worship to the ancestors, worship to human beings, service to humanity, service to God, motto of BHARAT, SEVASHRAM. And then also I'll do seva. I'll feed the birds, whatever leftover bread or anything, I'll give it to the birds and the squirrels. So this is my Bhuta Yajna. So this is a daily practice, and I hope you're doing the same thing. So this way, we are keeping in touch in relationship with God. You know, it's so beautiful that when we are in the guidance of Guru or spiritual master, right? Isn't that so? That without the Guru, you cannot transgress this mundane life, this illusion. And Swami Parameshananda ji, oh, I speak of him as so because as a friend, because he is Guru Mata Pita, Guru Bandhu Sakha, Tere Charano Me Guru, Mera Koti Pranam, Tere Charano Me Guru, Mera Koti Pranam. Oh, Gurudev, your father, mother, friend, companion, and everything, I surrender to you. And Swami Parameshananda ji, he is not a guru that stays in the murti. He comes out. I have the experience of him coming out of the murti. He's guiding me all over the world. Oh my God, all the things that he had me do in this lifetime. United Nations, conflict resolutions, building ashrams in Nepal and Bihar, and going to Bajitpur, and he had me revive his birthplace. That's one of the most beautiful things. And serving in tsunami 3 months there, and Orisha cyclone, Andhra Pradesh, and going with Swamiji's and opening of ashrams in Kanyakumari, Rameshwaran, pilgrimage to the Himalayas. All has been done already. And what it accounts to? Contentment. Now Durga Puja is in Banaras. I had the opportunity of going there and collecting to the, going door to door next to the holy place of Banaras, next to the Ganges, collecting money, knocking on doors. That's the humility that crush all the ego. With Swamiji's there, and so reminiscent, and Durga, Banaras is so great. Here in America and all parts of the world, we are doing Durga Puja in India. And Durga Puja, it's a ritual, but it has a powerful meaning, unity. that without unity, whether it's the ashram, Swami Parameshananda was very keen that Swamiji is a Bharat Sevashram Sheng. At no point in time they should hold malice or grudge or envy for any other Swamiji or brahmacharis. And that has been passed on to the devotees. This is the worship of Mother Durga, because even the gods, the goddesses in the heaven, they were having difficulty united because they're seeking power, because they are not truly liberated souls, the gods and the goddesses. They still have the human body. That's why we worship them in the human form. But when we go to consciousness, and this is where Lord Shiva came, Sada Shiva Samarambam Sankacharya Madhyamam Asmaracharya Paryantam Vande Guru Parampanam. You know, Lord Shiva is saying, hey, I was there in the beginning without a form, without a name, but then out of my free will I took a form, and you see me, this Lord Shiva, in this meditation. And I came again as Adi Shankaracharya. I took that form of Adi Shankaracharya because he needs to revive and to remind us, Adi Shankaracharya, of our religion. And Swami Parameshananda came, and also many other saints. But Swami Parameshananda, the uniqueness of him, he came as God. He announced his coming. This is like Krishna Bhagwan or Bhagwan Sri Ram. That caliber of a sannyas he is. But we don't call him Swamiji. We call him Yogacharya, because the teacher of the world. And he came and he revived Hinduism. And he came of the age. There's nothing mysterious about Swami Parameshananda. He's a God incarnated. And he came at a time when we're not thinking of him as an ancient God. Because in our Puranas, there's allegorical stories, which are stories that were given to us to give us a message. But Swami Parameshananda, he was all practical of this age. He was a reformer, not just of India, but of the world at large. And reforming meaning that India was under the weight of the British and the Mughals for 800 years, 1,000 years, and they were under weight. And Swami Parameshananda said, "Come, lift yourself up. You have the power to be great gods and goddesses." And he created the Bharat Sevashram. How fortunate that we are that the activities of Bharat Sevashram Sheng is what is keeping this so many people in the Caribbean, Guyanese, Trinidadians that have migrated to America and Canada and different parts of the world. They are enjoying this blessing of the great disciple Swami Purnananda Ji, because these are spiritual masters. They have the magnetic power to create monks like themselves. Swami Vidyananda Ji was the same. But the junior monks, we don't seem to have that power. We are inheritors. We take what we were given, and that spiritual power we have to lift ourselves up. And in this time of COVID, there's this big struggle, and this unity of Swamiji's to come together and have conversations. And because we're left alone, no one is coming to ashrams, and we can't go out to collection, even in India or in other parts. So this is the time for the brotherhood to come together. And you devotees, families have to come together and be one solid group of people. Family must be bonded together on the auspices of spirituality and prayer and worship. And also extended families should be together, and the world has to come together. Last night I was listening to the debate between the future President Trump and Joe Biden for the presidency of the United States of America. And when you listen to it, there are two controversials. One is a businessman and one is a seasoned politician. And you could see the mundaneness that is coming out from them. So in a country like America, when you have to take yourself out of all of this, because my Saturday in the morning puts me at a place where you look into all of creation and you laugh and you smile and say, what an illusion has been created by this consciousness manifesting itself. Devotees, let us get out of this illusion We've been in it too long. It's an opportune time for us in this lifetime. Let us get out of it. We are blessed to have like saints coming to us. And for us at the Bharat SEVASHRAM, we have Swami Parameshananda. He has left his body, but he's operating from behind the curtain, meaning that he's consciousness and he's guiding. And whenever he has to appear or give message to meditation or putting you in the right place, he does it. How blessed we are. Let us not waste this opportunity. Dhyana Moolam Guru Murti, Puja Moolam Guru Param, Mantra Moolam Guru Vakyam, Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa. Adorations to Swami Parameshananda. Yesterday I was telling you about, or the day before I was telling about Bhagavad Gita done by topic. But I want to tell you specifically, I want to give you homework and also the opportunity to make human effort. I was talking about what it is like for a person to be in a relationship. How does he behave? And your homework is go to chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga, the yoga of knowledge, and go read from verse 54 to 72. That's chapter 2, verse 54 to 72. And if you read it, you'll be enlightened. Blessings are flowing to you this morning. And here, let us, the Shiva Lingam, let us chant some Guru Mantra. Join with me and full concentration. Om Sri Guru Shivaya Namah. 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 Sending blessings to my brother, Brahmachari Yogesh, and my brother monks, Swami Shiv Shankar Nandan Gayana. He needs all the blessings. He's doing dynamic work there. And our Brahmachari Devrata in our Trinidad ashrams. And all the monks in all parts of the world, Benares, they're all there. They're sending vibrations to us. Let us receive it. Let us receive the blessings today. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful morning and a beautiful day. Remember, our prayer should be, God, give me the wisdom to help me rediscover that I'm just like you, that I could go back to that place where I don't need a name and a form. I'll go back to where I come, consciousness. This is my moksha. Help me to rediscover that. Hari Om Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om.